when you think about it, man, it makes perfect sense, man. Everything fall together, man. Like, everything fall in place together, man. You got the North and the West, man, that these people are literally have been trying to frame me with these people who have absolutely nothing to do with me since I was young. When you look how everything connect, like they have help from the governments and injustices to facilitate this thing. They've been really trying to frame an innocent person, and they trying to like frame me underneath these people who ain't got nothing to do with me, that I would never ever be in the same room with. I would never associate with. I would never have nothing to do with it. And everything that they're doing to my life is to help and aid in that conspiracy. Like, they actually destroying parts of my life, trying to make me depend on people and stuff. Like, trying to force me into that frame and that bracket. And they got help from, like, the government to do it. Like, it's the weirdest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's what's going on. You know, that's what's going on. Like, it's blatant, it's bold at this point. But that's what's happening. You know, then I get threatened. People say, I'm still getting threatened, you know, by injustices that's, stalking me illegally, coercing, businesses and all kind of things, in the interest of jealous artists, so they can make it easier for these artists to steal my stuff by destroying my ability to maintain a platform in order where I can keep my work and stuff displayed, my art and stuff displayed, actively colluding in this conspiracy to aid these jealous influential figures who I would have absolutely nothing to do. Eli does not, rock with that. You feel me? The real one, me, I do not associate. And then that's another thing. Just by me, just because, I got the anointed God, I'm the anointed, I got the blessing of God on me. I'm Eli. That don't justify what's happening to me. This is still a crime. You feel me? I'm in the earth right now, and I'm trying to survive like every other person. And this is happening to my life. And these people from these places, have been literally preying on me and hunting me since I was a child. All the way to now. Sabotaging my life in order to make me fit into this pre-contemplated, pre-planned, and premeditated framing and stuff. They got help from the structures and injustice. So everything that's happening to my life is in order for these people to make that into a reality. These false perspectives, disillusionment, and all of that. They trying to force me into these brackets and these boxes that I'm way larger than. You feel me? And that's what's going on. They trying to force me through these boxes that I'm way larger than. I'm not a fan of what they love, what they embrace. That's not, it's not important to me. This stuff that I write, and see, that's another thing. They sit here and watch me write off the top, write my rhymes off the top illegally. They watch me day and night. They only recognize the fact that they watch me and they can try to find something wrong that they can use against me to facilitate all these other purposes. But yeah, they watch me all day and night create these, I create rhymes and stuff off the top. You know what I'm saying? I sit right in the open because I know they illegally stalking me. So I'm like, I'm sitting right in the open. And they can see that I'm writing this stuff off the top. It ain't nothing to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no correlation or association with these influential figures. It ain't no reason for them to be in my life. In fact, I got an informal restraining order against everybody that was involved in it. Like them people. I mean, the structure's not honoring it, then they're participating in the crime. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got a restraining order again because they stealing my work. They lying on me, stealing my work. Right, time I created. That's what they doing. They got people right there hacking my stuff. They got help from all these different branches in society, and they're allowing these people to steal my stuff time I write it. And if I got a problem with it, they're telling me to leave the country. I'm being victim of a extremely brutal race and religion based crime, hate crime, and everybody is okay with it. This country can never be under God, of God, or anything of God. I got attacked earlier because I was saying that I guess it was because I was just speaking the Bible, the truth. And that's probably why I got attacked earlier. That's what it was implied, I guess. That's the reality. Regardless of if they can illegally, it's like the country, like people coming together to destroy my abilities to live in the country. Literally, that's not going to make it holy. That's going to confirm the opposite. So you holding on to God, country, idea, you're only lying to yourself. That's a contradiction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, all about my art. You know what I'm saying? They're sabotaging my life, and that's why I'm being stalked and watched and stuff by injustices, by artists, and all these people, because it's all one giant conspiracy, collusion, that they already successfully completed several times, and they're still trying to finalize it. And that's why they're in my life, and nobody is doing nothing in the whole world. Like, with the exception of people that could help and they can't. That's different. But I'm just saying, this is like literally, I'm being like eaten alive by Antichrist place for just my religion, Christianity. Some people say they of Christianity, but their actions are pushing towards what the Baphomet trying to do. They're doing the same thing the Baphomet trying to do, and been trying to do for the past 7 years. It's a weird situation, and then they always impose, and then whenever and that's how they justify racism with nationalism. Whenever I'm talking the truth, like I'm speaking the truth about what's happening in my life, egregious, just incomprehensible war crimes, gruesome, like specific targeted harassment on one person without a cause, no reason, while also, this person is also already a victim of larceny. Everybody just witnessed this, witnessing this person art getting like stole right from under his nose. Like time they created, you got people laying claims on it. They ain't got nothing to do with it. Absolutely. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They seeing that all year long, 365. You feel me? No matter what I'm doing or where I'm at. Whatever happening now is a part of that same race and religion-based hate crime. You feel me? I'm under an extreme attack, so people can have my art for some kind of false sense of dominance. You feel me? I have parts of my creations and inventions for false sense of dominance. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on for racial dominance. It's slick and it's cunning, but that's the ultimate goal that's happening on the low. And some people help with it because they can't benefit from it. They like, well, so what? You feel me? Because they don't value God anyway. So my contribution will have no significance to them anyway, because they're anti-God anyway. So, for that, God's judgment gonna be awarded. They still trying to keep me from expressing the truth, about my life, man. They throttling my platforms, doing these things. At this point, it's impossible. So I've utterly prevented all these things that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Them doing what they doing in my life now is impossible. There's absolutely zero law enforcement in this country if this is still happening. But it ain't new though. This was happening in 2017 too, 16, 15, 14. You know what I'm saying? This was happening the whole time. I just didn't understand what I know now though. I ain't understand then. But that's what's happening about being like targeted by these places. They trying to like squeeze me into their framing in their box like obsessively. So a lot of people can get paid at my expense. If I got a problem with it, everybody like collectively literally forcing a person that was like born here, that ain't got no record of nothing, like literally forcing me informally to like into exile by destroying all of my, everything, my sustainability every year, all year, no matter what I'm doing. They're always doing this. They never let me get, you know what I'm saying? Like they always forcing me, you know what I'm saying, out, like real talk. And everybody letting it happen. And then everybody holding up these false laws and stuff, talking about, equality and, equity and Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. And everybody lying to themselves. I'm being told every single day that Black lives don't matter through actions and conduct. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, all year long. No matter what's happening to everybody else, me personally, I'm being forced out the country like 24/7 for no reason. No reason, absolutely. I got a testimony that proves my blamelessness. A testimony that proves the guilt of evil people. Nothing matters. They're ignoring everything to complete the crime anyway. This is happening as we speak. So these people can get away with stealing my stuff that I create. My creations as an author and artist. And everybody will just let it happen. I don't know what a resolution for it would look like, to be honest. But I just know the resolution can't be the completion of it. Because that man, and if so, there is no way possible America can ever claim any kind of association with God for the rest of history. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a pre-planned situation. This not just happening right now. This was pre-planned, premeditated. You know what I'm saying? These certain places had already organized this situation to come up from. You feel me? And they constantly bullying me day and night for no reason. Cause I won't willfully submit to this framing and stage, and that's degrading to the qualities of God. Like, no, I stand for God, and that's what I represented. It wouldn't make much sense for me to, conform into things that's smaller than what my purpose was. You feel me? Like I'm larger than the things they try to use to control me with. And it's just weird, man. They trying to literally force me into these frames and stuff. They got it's a multifaceted, they got help to do so. Like, real talk, from even structures that the land built upon. And it's the weirdest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? They literally trying to force me into things, force me into small boxes when I'm larger than the boxes. You feel me? It's weird. They trying to force me into, these little criterias and generalizations when there ain't no correlation between us. You know what I'm saying? The people are doing this. Of course, it was people that was jealous and they tried to destroy my life. And they been talking to me since I was pretty much born. Like, real talk. Because they seen the anointing of God on my life. And they turned me into a mammoth scam. And so, ever since they've been on me. It's people like that envy, my talent and all of that. And then they trying to profit off it or trying to control it so I don't outshine them in the eyes of other people and things like that. So they doing all this stuff. They're doing all this. They catcall almost every part of society to help them. It's a massive crime. And and so it's people like that. But the bottom line is, the fact still remains that it's the people who entertain these things. You feel me? Of course, these omegas and evil entities and influencers, you know what I'm saying? They know what they do. They know what they done. They know what they do. You feel me? Oh man, I know too. God knows most importantly. But they don't have no power unless the people give it to them. You feel me? I don't care nothing about, you know what I'm saying? These people that they force on me saying they did responsible for this and that. Trust me, God is judge. The time gonna come when God's judgment go come. It hasn't happened it's been a long time, so people don't really expect it. They don't know how it's gonna look, or they don't think it's soon. You feel me? Because it's not something that they're used to. But when the time comes when God get ready to judge the world, bro, it's gonna be historic. Real talk. Everyone is gonna feel that impending feeling of doom and dread. Even those in hell for their actions and activity. You feel me? They're gonna all the creation gonna feel that overwhelming sense of, dread and doom, as if you gonna know when the judgment coming. And then you realize all this time of peace right here was leading up to that moment. And you realize that just like all this time of peace, the thought or the threat of God's judgment can't bother these people's mindsets. Then nothing can bother, nothing will be able to change the trajectory of God's, wrath when he get ready to pour it out. You know what I'm saying? And I get harassed by, all types of different entities, man. It ain't what are they saying? They're opposite to God's. You know what I'm saying? They harass me for fighting for my life and my legacy and my creations. You feel me? That's all I'm fighting. My only interest is my art. You feel me? Why are all these militias and all these other branches of people harassing my life for a man fighting for his art? You know what I'm saying? And his own creations, which is provenly his own creations, with a preponderance of evidence and proof against the things that I'm facing. You know what I'm saying? They trying to turn my life into a legal battle. They're doing this themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not me. You feel me? They're doing this. It's a framing involving even structures. You know what I'm saying? They're turning my life into this right here. And then they have a reason or excuse. They create the circumstances like this, force me into a position of having to defend myself, the best way I can with literature, I guess, or these recordings. And then, ignore me until it's the point where, you know what I'm saying, it'll grow to the point where I have to be so direct with it that it'll justify people being able to steal or hide my stuff. It's a horrendous on racial hate crime. But and guess who benefit from this? Those two parts of the country. They're going to benefit from my disinvention because that's going to make them look like they're right about everything. Well, my testimony shows and clears that they're wrong about everything. So these injustices and businesses and militias and other influences, all these people are literally helping these people frame me. They're helping them frame an innocent man for doing the will of God. They're helping them frame and steal a man's work and give it to people who they feel should have my talent or something. God gave me my talent. You know what I'm saying? God might have gave other people talents, but I'm me though. They trying to make other people me. Feel me? People that already done had their like I said, man, people that already been on for decades and stuff, trying to assimilate my pieces as well, and then disinvent me. So they antagonizing me for fighting and defending my life. They antagonizing me for fighting for my life. And when the reality of that is shown, you know, and everybody see that, then they're imposing nationalism on me, as if I'm not from the country. I've been going through this for years, and somehow they still here. It's weird, man. It's weird.